Hi everyone! No, I shouldn't be smiling because today we're having a eulogy of sorts, a funeral. Hi, I'll explain who I am in a second, but we are having a sad moment. We are raising a glass to the misunderstood, underappreciated, 6-second time waster that was known as Vine. Rest in peace, Vine. And some of you might be watching and saying, hey, what the fuck is Vine? Well, I'm gonna tell you. And if you, after this, you go, oh wow, that sounds great. Well, I'm gonna say, too late, because it's over. You blew it, fuckface. You blew it. I'm Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. How are you? Good to see you. We are going to celebrate the life of a 6-second precise video service with a nice long 30-minute live bullshit sesh. My name is Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. These are the details. The show is built here every day, facebook.com/Daryn Jones. Then I send out about 40 or 50 tasteful nudes, mostly of the undercarriage of my own ball sack. So if you're into taint skin, that's where you definitely want to go and follow. And then we're here. Please like this video right now and subscribe to my channel. We do this 4 days, 4 nights a week. That's my Instagram. That's where I do my food pictures. Yeah, Daryn Jones Live goes Monday through Thursday. Where it looks like we're doing it here on YouTube because the action is so much fun here. Usually we do it 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. We've gone a bit earlier this week because I had shit going on in my own life. So thank you all very much. But yes, today we are celebrating the death of Vine. We're not celebrating, we're reflecting on the death of Vine. And I've just sent out a tweet to tell people to come and hang out and we can watch Vines together. Because that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about Vine, we're gonna talk about why it died, we're gonna talk about if Twitter's next, because they can't seem to get anything right these days, and we're gonna look at some of the greatest Vines in the history of the world. We're gonna watch them together. So fill your hearts with, I don't know, whatever you fill your hearts with when you're watching a 6-second movie, and we'll do that. Peter Noseworthy asks, rum and coke, Daryn? Nope, we got an iced coffee on the go. Peter, good to see you. What's up, Daryn? I'm watching sick from my bed. Katrina, I'm so sorry to hear that. Daryn, I'm watching while running on the treadmill at the gym. Victoria, my girl, what is up? I think I'm using one of your Vines that you sent me today, Victoria, so thank you very much for that. If you haven't liked this video, do it right now. Come on, fuckos, do it. Just hit that little thumbs up. It's like no fucking effort. Don't be an asshole. And subscribe to my channel because I do a lot of different content, a lot of live videos. We do this Monday through Thursday. And then, of course, we do the man on the street stuff, the comedy sketches, the more prepared bits of tape that I like to do. So cheers. I'm live in Los Angeles, California. And yes, so let's get into the big news of the day. Danielle, what is up? Good to see you. If they allowed nudity, it would still be around, says Carl. Yeah, maybe that's true. No, you know what? If Vine allowed, if they paid their creators, that's where they would. So here's the big article today everybody's talking about. End of the Vine. Twitter says it's closing the video app amid wider layoffs. So a couple of things happening here. One, Vine obviously Twitter owned Vine. They bought it in like 2013. It was going to be their video portion of their thing. And this just goes to show you how backwards Twitter is, how they don't know what they're doing, how they have no idea what their service actually is. And later in the show, we're going to rank all the social networks. I've got a couple of favorites. They changed in order. But I was like a devout Twitter guy. I loved it. I thought it was great. But boy, Twitter feels like the Blockbuster Video of the social media world, doesn't it? I mean, just can't quite get with the times, can't quite pivot before the big changes happen. So they're closing Vine, that's the big headline, but really the bigger headline is they're announcing a 9% staff cut. That's a lot. They're cutting Vine. They're tightening their belts. You recall like 2 weeks ago, there was talk that Twitter was going to be taken over by a bunch of different companies. Didn't work. They weren't able to sell their company. So now they're like, fuck, we gotta like cut our costs here. I think Twitter's circling the drain. I think it's going to be on the wall next to MySpace. I really do. Right next to Friendster, which is right next to Tripod and GeoCities. I really do. Because Twitter doesn't know what they're about. So we will get into that. But, you know, let's not start by shitting on something. Let's get into some Vines. Let's figure out why Vine was so popular in the first place. Okay, so the whole point of Vine, a 6-second looping video, and I tried to get into it. I tried doing Vines, but boy, it was hard. They didn't make it easy. it was virtually impossible to edit on. You had to get your shots lined up perfectly, and you couldn't go in and cut. I didn't know how to upload shit. It was just such a pain in the ass. And then you watch how Instagram makes everything so simple, and Snapchat, YouTube is the place to go for video. The writing was on the wall with Vine. It seems like a very quaint thing. But really, the great thing about Vine is all the candid stuff that's caught. So let's go through some Vines, guys. Let's do it. Let's go through some Vines. If you're just joining us, hi. If you're just joining us, I'm Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. We are mourning the loss of Vine, the 6-second video looping app that Twitter owns, because Twitter is circling the drain. It's like a wounded elephant in the Sahara wandering into a dust storm. It's fucked. I think it's over. I think it's pretty over pretty soon. But yeah, let's go through some Vines. Let's figure it out. And a lot of you posted some amazing Vines on my Facebook page. That's where this show, Daryn Jones Live, is built Monday through Thursday, facebook.com/Daryn Jones. We build it all day, and then I come here, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, and join live. This is the place to be. And if you're just joining me, hit that thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my page, and get in the chat and let me know who you are and where you're watching. Okay, so let's do some Vines, dudes. What do we got first? I can't remember. Oh, I think Victoria, I think this is the one that you sent. So when people overreact in front of me.
The show. At the show.
That's pretty good. Sorry, we were down. We're back. We are back, baby. I got 18 follows on Vine, says Danielle. Twitter seems to be reactive instead of proactive. Good point. Very good point. We are back. Let me know. We dropped there for a second, but we are back. The stream is resumed. It is continuing. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so let's get back into our favorite Vines. I'm here. These earlier shows are harder to get to. Miranda, we're going to go back to our later time later on. Don't you worry. Okay, so... and if you sent me a Vine today, thank you very much. Okay, so this is another great reaction Vine. This is a great example of why Vine is funny.
Nice, Ron.
I sneezed. Oh, I'm not allowed to sneeze.
Nice, Ron.
I
Nice,
sneezed.
Ron.
Oh, I'm not allowed to sneeze.
This is perfect. It's just showing off a sad domestic relationship in a Vine.
Face. A piss-drinking ass clown in a vest. Shit-covered garbage.
I don't know why we're having trouble with the live feed. Twitter, YouTube was so good until we came here every day. Yeah, I know, we're gathering people. Okay, so that's Matt. That's my buddy Matt. We are good, guys. We are good. Don't you worry. We're here. We're here. No, we're here. Don't you sweat it.
Face. A piss-drinking ass clown in a vest. Shit-covered garbage face.
Okay, so that's Matt. What else we got? Oh, this one's pretty good. The Force is in you. This one's a good one. Enjoy this.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
Like, this is a great example. It's really funny. It's a great little action. But what do you do with it if you're a creator? You can't monetize that. You can't make any cash off it. It's shared like crazy. Vine won't pay you. So what the fuck are you... And it's hard to do. I mean, it's not easy to line it up and make it work like that.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
Okay, very good. Okay, this is... I don't know where I found this. Best Weezer cover ever. All right, so if you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Daryn Jones. You're watching Daryn Jones Live. We usually do the show 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, Monday through Thursday. We're going a bit earlier this week. And welcome and thank you for coming. We're mourning Vine. Vine is dead. Vine died. Twitter yanked it off life support. It's over. Twitter's circling the drain. We're going to talk about that in a second. So we're going through some of the 6-second clips. Like I spent all morning looking at Vine clips. Mourning Vine, and then we'll all be forgotten. We'll forget about Vine by tomorrow, but let's enjoy it now. Am I right? Okay, best Weezer cover ever. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Oh, it's so dumb. Like, it's so dumb. Oh, do you remember doing the talent shows at school? And you'd have the earnest kids in the band, and they practiced, they rehearsed, they sound good. Then you get on stage, and it's not quite the way it sounds in your parents' basement. And then the fucking keyboard stand falls over. That's tragic. God, that's tragic. Okay, so this is an actual, like, you know, a guy making stuff on Vine. This stuff was too rare, because it's too fucking hard to do 6 seconds of comedy. You just get started. It's over before you begin. Why couldn't they open it up and let you do movies on there, or live stream, or whatever? Twitter's so fucking stupid.
Do it in the cup. Oh, shit. Do it in the cup. Oh, shit. Do it in the cup. Oh.
I just love the little girl. She's like, Daddy, hi, how are you? And then she falls down. It's just so cute. Also, the guy's playing basketball in his flip-flops, which I also appreciate.
Shit.
Okay. If you've got a favorite Vine, put it in the comments right now. Drop it in the comments, because we're celebrating Vine today. We're going through the Vines, and maybe next week I'll do some more Vines as a look back. Yeah, do that right now. And vote on your favorite Vine right now. If you like what you see, hit that like button, because we're going through all the Vines. What is this? Oh, see, okay, so this is a great example of, like, it's funny, it's cool, but, like, what the fuck? Like, how can you do anything more with this? All right. We get the point. Okay. This is my second favorite Vine I saw today. This one I guess we're counting down. This one is good. This is a very funny Vine.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne is what he says.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
So the natural evolution is a longer YouTube-style video. That's the whole point. See, that's what these companies don't understand. They're communication companies. This is all about communicating. It's all about connecting with other people. It's not about making a 6-second Vine. That's fine for this year, but next year, open her up. Do something different with it. You got to pivot and change. And that's why I hate to say it, Facebook is so good, because they are always pivoting. They are always moving to the next thing. But this is very funny. The guy's doing the samurai sword on the bottles, and then, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
I don't know. I find it funny. I'm sorry. I do.
Jesus.
All right, and then this, I think, is this one's the best. This sums up Vine to me. Stupid, 6 seconds long, like kind of like a little, like a funny joke, and it's better on the loop. That was the other thing that Vine did, was the loop, which was good. So this is great. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what we're learning about Vine today. Vine was excellent when it was candid, when it was spontaneous, when it was off the cuff. Does that remind you of anything? How about Snapchat? How about Instagram? Vine had the chance to be the original Snapchat, the original Instagram video, but they blew it. They thought that it was all about these 6-second videos. They thought that it was all about these film creators making these things. And then the other problem was, so you've got all these creators doing really excellent, inventive work within that 6-second format, and you don't figure out a way to monetize it. You don't figure out a way to pay them. Because then they were like, what happened to Vine was all the stars were like, fuck this, we're out of here. You're not going to pay us? Fuck you. We're gone. That was the big thing that happened. You got to monetize. If you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. We do this live stream Thursday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, and we're having a nice day today. And I hope you're enjoying yourself today on the old show. Let me know how the streaming is going, the buffering and all that, because I've been fiddling with the controls. I might put a delay on it next week, like a minute delay, just to keep it going. Katrina says, love those rubber chickens. Sounded like bagpipes, says Joanne. Joanne, welcome. Welcome back to the show. Vine gave us Cameron Dallas. Forever be grateful for that. I don't even know who that is. So put up a link there, Carl, because I don't know who that is. And if you're just joining us, I'm Daryn Jones. This is Daryn Jones Live. So we're talking about the death of Vine. Let me just get my notes up here. So the other problem with Vine, completely not user-friendly. I tried to use it. I tried to make videos with it. The editing system was weird. I don't know if you could upload stuff. I had trouble with it. The whole thing was like time consuming and crazy. And then when you get onto a Snapchat and you're like, oh, look how easy this video is to make and shoot. Vine, why are you having such an issue? And then you have to link it through your Twitter and make the whole thing. So now, okay, so here we are. Another a social media company's dead. A part of a social media company. But this speaks more to Twitter. I had this article up earlier talking, the big headline, of course, is that Vine is dead. But the real headline is that Twitter is cutting back big time because they don't make a profit. They're losing money. They tried to sell to Disney. They tried to sell to all these different places. Those that they didn't want to buy it. So now they're going, oh, what do we do? We're screwed. What do we do? So they're tightening their belt. End of the Vine. Twitter says it's closing video app amid wider layoffs. I hope it's not true, but I think that Twitter is going the way of BlackBerry phones. It's going the way of MySpace. It's going the way of all the older social medias for a couple of reasons. The main one is Twitter has no idea what it is. No clue. Twitter doesn't have a clue what it is. Here, I'll do this. Hang on, guys. That's better. Twitter doesn't have a clue what it is. And it's a communication company. And they can't figure that out. They don't understand that people come and use Twitter to find news, breaking news. They're good at. When something's going down, you go on Twitter to find out what's going on. Communication, they never figured out how regular people can communicate on it because it's a total pain in the ass. And I find it, and look, I was a huge Twitter fan, but I find like I post something and then some jackass posts like a ridiculous reply to that. And that's the first thing you see on my tweet. I can't edit it. I can't get rid of that asshole. If it's like a racist egg posting racist stuff, you can't get rid of it. That's the dumbest thing ever. Why are you so concerned about making it not edited? You can't fiddle with your profile. You can't change things. Like you go on Facebook, you can edit the fuck out of it. And it makes such a big difference. It's so much better because you read something, you think maybe the wording isn't right. You want to get rid of that comment because it crosses the line. I do it all the time. That's the systems are supposed to work. But Twitter got it into its head that it is the bastion of free speech. Twitter said, this is where people go for free speech. This is it. We are the saviors of news free speech. And that is such bullshit. That is not what Twitter should be. That's wrong. Don't want. Because now users on Twitter are punished. How many people get in trouble for shit that they wrote on Twitter 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years? I mean, it's just like, why would you want a service that punishes people for using the service in a candid way? And the reason why Twitter, on a little tangent here, I think the reason why Twitter became the go-to of like the definitive place for opinions and official response is because every news journalist is on Twitter. They all love it. They love how all their friends are on it, all their journalist pals are on it. It's instant. They can test their articles before they actually write them. They can test ideas and thoughts, and that's what they do. They post ideas and thoughts and musings. It's open, it's easy to search, so you can find what an official has said about this or blankety blank. That's why journalists use it. But really, when you look at the stats, Twitter shouldn't be the be-all and end-all when it comes to social media services. There are way more people using Facebook. There are way more people using Instagram and Snapchat. Those are the rising stars. Twitter is an old behemoth. Twitter is Blockbuster Video. You know who goes to Blockbuster Video, or who did? Your parents, because they still had the VCR. They didn't figure out how to trade in discs and then later the online. That's what happened to Blockbuster. They couldn't figure out to move with the times. And Twitter's doing the same thing. And they are totally propped up by the news community, journalism communities, because they are so tapped in. It makes sense to journalists because it's text-based, it's opinion-based, it's fact-based. In the moment, I mean. So when something's happening, you can actually go on Twitter and get a sense of what's going on before you go to a different site for news. That's what Twitter should have been, and that's how they fucked up. Hi, that's a good iced coffee, I have to say. That's where they screwed up. They thought that it was all about, I don't know what they thought they were. I don't think they know what they are. Because you all see in your feed like, here's some shit that happened 10 hours ago. It's like, that's not why you use Twitter. You go on instantaneous to find out what's going on. If you're watching a debate, you want to see what people are saying about it. But then Twitter decided, no, you can't delete. No, you can't erase. Everything you write is written in stone. And regular users, and myself included, said, why would I want that? Why would I put my neck out there and take a risk with a funny joke or a thing when you're just going to be punished with it? And also, Twitter's not willing to pay for content. So that's another big thing. So why would I upload my videos on Twitter where there's no chance of monetization, there's no chance of growth? All I'm doing is providing all this free content to your service, and you don't even know what it is. So that's one problem with Twitter. And then the other one, which is the big one, especially in 2016, is the abuse. Twitter is a cesspool of hate, of harassment, of misogyny, of rude behavior, of inappropriate comments, of things that shouldn't be allowed on service. The idea that Twitter thinks that free speech means we are not going to edit anybody. So you write anti-Semitic stuff, you write racist stuff, it's all up there. You can flag it, nothing's going to happen. You can block that user. But now, as a user, if I block somebody, all I've done is told them, hey, harass me more because I've let you know that you're under my skin. So that's not a helpful way. So as a user, you feel totally helpless and unprotected by the service itself because clearly they don't give a fuck about protecting their users. All they're trying to do is maximize growth and get as many tweets going under this umbrella of we are free speech. And that is totally wrong. It's such a fucking mistake. So, and clearly, the big companies, you look at a company like Disney, they chose not to buy Twitter. I think the abuse probably had a big part of it. You can't have a Disney company, a company of Disney's umbrella where like anti-Semitism and racism and sexism and harassment is like totally fine. Like I hate when I write a comment on Twitter or something, thought-provoking, whatever. The first comment underneath is a racist egg writing something fucking ridiculous. I can't delete him from the feed. I can't delete him from the comments. So now people click on my tweet, they see this fucking asshole. So now I'm somehow tied to this lunatic. It doesn't make any sense. The service doesn't make any sense. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you're just joining us, I'm Daryn Jones. You're watching Daryn Jones Live. We're talking about Vine. We're talking about the sadness of Vine. And how they didn't adapt to the times. They couldn't figure out what they were doing, why they were, what their whole point was. And I'm a great example of a user who split Twitter. I mean, I still use it, but I don't really like it. Facebook.com/Daryn Jones. That's where this show, Daryn Jones Live, is built Monday through Thursday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. We build the show on Facebook. Then I do tasteful nudes on Snapchat for about 4 or 5 hours. I just kind of, snap them off, undercarriage, anus, whatever you want. It works really well for me. And then right here, if you're just joining us, if you haven't seen my show before, welcome. Hit the like button and hit the old subscribe button because we do this four nights a week. And now that we are kind of moving the operation over to YouTube, I'm kind of digging the setup. I have to say it's great. And if you're in the comments, let me know who you are. What are you? Why are you? What are you thinking? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's get into some of these comments right now. Gave up on my phone again. It's freezing. I find Twitter so boring and I can do whatever. Facebook and Instagram. Sinus congestion says my YouTube refuses to stay on English. I don't know what that means. So much cutting out. So we're having a buffer issue on my feed, but that's fine. We'll get it going. Audio was fine here. So this is the new world order. This is what we do now. So that's that. That's the whole Vine Twitter legacy. That's Vine's legacy. They gave us 6-second little movies, and God bless you. We love you very, very much. The other thing I wanted to show you, but I think I'll hold it, well, it's going to be old next week. Okay, we'll do it real quick. We've got a couple of minutes left. Okay, so here's the other thing on the internet that was blowing people up. Here's the question of the day. Are these legs painted or oily? Are those oily legs or painted legs? Weigh in on the comments. This is the new blue dress, black dress. Weigh in on the comments. This is what everybody's talking about today. Not everyone. I'm exaggerating. Nobody's talking about this except for a couple of sites on the internet. But are these painted legs or are they shiny legs? I say they're painted. Let me know what you think. I'm going to fiddle with the settings here so the live experience is a lot less laggy for you. But sincerely, thank you very much, everyone who is sharing this video, who is letting people know what we're doing. I really appreciate it.